there. Did you miss me? Did you guys miss me on Wednesday? Hi, guys. How is everybody? Let me make sure that I get this shared to where I need to share it to. Am I in the right place? Hi, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Balto. It says that I'm live, but it won't let me share it. Good morning, guys. There she is, Miss America. All right, let me share this. Hi, guys. Good morning. Miranda, I'm not used to your new little picture. I was thrown off for a second. Good morning, guys. That's shop the drop. All right, the password is tree cake. Good morning, guys. Good morning. The password is tree cake. Good morning, guys. All right, let me post that there, pin it to featured, do what I have to do. Do you guys look? I made a list of no words. So hopefully I won't get in trouble if I show it really quick and put it down, because I keep getting in trouble over here. It's hard out here in these TikTok live streets. I gotta be quick with it though. I gotta be quick with it. All right, let's go to the page, pin it to the featured, the no words. Yep, there they are. All right, pin to featured, so everybody should see it there. How is everybody this morning? I missed you guys, but you did not want me to go live on Wednesday. I was exhausted. I know, cheater, pumpkin eater. Good morning, guys. Okay, let me just get all of this approved because they all want to come in as soon as I go live. Okay. That's all approved. Let me go over to the page. I know, guys, I missed you guys too. I was so tired. My mom had a surgery on Tuesday and it was like a little bit later in the day because the surgeon was running behind. So it took her longer to snap out of the anesthesia. So it was a really long, late night. So I was in rare form on Wednesday. Good morning, guys. So new product drop. Password is tree cake. All right. Go to It's Pretty Personal. It's going to ask you to enter with a password. The password is tree cake. Thanks, guys. So if you want to shop early, go on with the password. If not, will open at noon for everybody else. All right. So you know what? I'm so excited about this drop because we went with Lacey, who actually hand designed all of these patterns for IPP. So these are exclusive to us. So you're not going to see them all over every other seller's pages. You know what I mean? Good morning, guys. So we have the vinyl bundle, which is the discount vinyl bundle. We have the UV bundle, discount UV bundle, and the glitter bundle. If you guys have been checking out our drops every week, you know that the glitter bundle is typically the first thing to go. All right, so if you go on over with the password tree cake, you can go ahead and get in It's Pretty Personal early and hopefully grab what you want before stuff starts to sell out. All right. Oh, Lacey's in here. She's right there. Artistic Flair by Lacey. She's right there. This is her drop. This is what she made for us for our drop. So I'm super excited. So we got it all to match together. So you guys know the drill. We start with the vinyl, then we move on to UVs, and then we show the glitter. And I have like exciting stuff I want to share with you guys. I don't know. So you guys already sold me out of this guy yesterday. We have two options. We have the flat and we have the snow globe. You guys sold me out of him yesterday. We did make more. I don't know how long they're gonna last. So if you have your eye on them, go to It's Pretty Personal, enter the password tree cake, and grab what you want early before stuff starts selling out. Good morning, Erica. Okay, you guys ready? Let's start with vinyl. So, you guys know that I love, I thought I had a tree cake left. Oh no, my kids must have ate it. You guys know that I love Christmas tree cakes, okay? So I told Lacey I wanted like traditional Christmas, but with a tree cake flair, all right? So check out this vinyl. So this is B681, where we did the string of the Christmas lights, but she made the string the ices of a tree cake, and she added the sprinkles. So I'm obsessed with this because this literally is mixing like Christmas lights and tree cake, and it's like my dream come true. All right, so vinyl number 1. This is on clear, so if you put it on a glow-in-the-dark base, you can make it look like all of these Christmas lights are glowing. All right, so this is B681. Then we have B680, which is like traditional sugar cookie, gingerbread cookie, Christmas vibes. All right, so she made these cute little sugar cookies. Look at the little sugar cookie red truck. I love it. And I have to show you guys, there's decals to match all this, but let's go through these first. So this is in the discount bundle or available individual as well. All right, then we have B683, which is just a really jolly Santa, of course, with the Christmas tree cakes with the bow. All right, in the discount bundle or individual. So this is B683. Then I love this one, but I love leopard. Leopard, you either love it or you hate it. I love it. Hi, Ilka. You love it or you hate it. I love it. So this is B682. It's this really deep, rich green with the red with the gold holiday bells. But look at like that texture in the background of the like shadow of the leopard. Or leopard, cheetah, whatever it is. Some sort of wild animal pattern, and I'm here for it. All right, so this is B682. I did restock some of the Coffee Bear, so go run and grab it if you want it. I don't think they're gonna last very long, so go shop with the password tree cake and get in there. Hi guys! All right, then we have our V-split helper. This is B684, one 12 by 12 sheet. 4 different triangle patterns for you to mix and match together or do 4 separate cups. Thank you guys for your orders. So here is in the discount bundle or individual. Good morning. And then B685 is a grid sheet helper. So we did the tree cake icing. I did one with like, it's really hard to see. It's kind of like an off-white background. This one is just a transparent background. We did the Santa with the tree cakes, and then I kind of threw in more tree cake patterns because I love tree cakes. Okay, I love tree cakes. So because I love tree cakes, I think all of you guys love tree cakes too. All right, so that is for the vinyl. Now I'm gonna show you the UV DTFs that literally match perfect. So you can get them in the discount bundle and grab, oh, Corinne, can you hear me? Corinne, I forgot the 7x7 UVs. Can you bring me those 2? I totally forgot about them. So this is the UV discount bundle. I also have 2 7x7 sheets, but they're not in the bundle. But I want to show you guys those 2. Okay, 665. Thank you, Corinne. Is Don't Judge, and it is like this gold gift with an elf literally drowning in tree cakes in the box. All right, so Don't Judge. I love him. He's adorable. 665. And like I said, these are exclusive to us, so you're not going to find these anywhere else, guys. Then we have 668. Let me show you. You guys know my OCD is just so happy over this. All right. 668 is the matching UV DTF for the sugar cookie pattern. So this is North Pole Cookie Co. Baked fresh daily, and it is the perfect match for the vinyl pattern, which makes my little heart so happy. So that's $6.68. Then we have $6.67, which is the Jingle All the Way with the traditional bows, with the greenery and the bell, and of course, perfect match. Perfect match. So if you are a matchy girly like myself, they go together perfectly. Eastern Standard Time is the cutoff for Wildcard Wednesday. So if you ordered it at 11:30, you should be good to go. All right, $6.64. This one's my favorite. So she totally surprised me with this one when I shared my love for tree cakes with her. Okay, good morning. So it is literally a Christmas tree stack of tree cake boxes. Okay, then with the tree cake bow and the Christmas lights. Okay, and then if you look on the box, it says IPP. So it says the Christmas tree cakes, and then she snuck in a little IPP on the design. So this goes amazing with the matching lights. Is that not the cutest freaking thing ever? Hi guys. Literally, this is my favorite decal of all time. It is amazing. Thanks for the heart, you guys. All right, and then we have our Jolly Santa. And of course, he matches our Santa with the tree cakes. So that is the UV discount bundle, okay? So they're all 3.5-inch decals for the bundle. I also have two 7x7. Is the 7x7 not included? The bundle says it is. That's a good question, Candy. Let me see. The girls put them together when I wasn't here. Corinne! She's gonna hate me. It is. Hold on. Please hold. Yes, the 7x7s, the 7x7s are supposed to be in the UV discount bundles. Huh? I don't know. That's how I put it on the website. Okay. My mind's been a fog for the past couple weeks. Okay. Can we just make sure we do that before anything gets sent out? Just throw them in? Yep. Thank you. Thank you, guys. The 7x7s are in the discount bundle. We just need to go ahead. Can you make an ornament with the UV? Of course. Super easy, but we'll do that. So the 7x7s are in the discount bundle. We just confirmed that. The 7x7s are in the discount bundle. So this is number 122. So it is a UV DTF version of the Christmas light with the tree cake icing and the sprinkles. All right. So this is 7x7 number 1. And then 7x7 number 2 is just a cute little element sheet that has all of the clip art from all of the patterns tied together. So this is number 121. It is in the discount bundle. And it's just a really cute element sheet to tie together with everything. All right. So that's what we have for the UVs and the vinyl. Now the stars of the show. Are you guys ready? We have new glitter options. So we are calling this Party Holographic. So it is a holographic glitter film, but when we get really close, are the 3x3 UVs the one you use on the square ornament? You could use them depending on the size of your square ornament. But usually these ornaments are 3.5 inches wide. So you just have to hold it up to your ornament and just make sure that it fits good before placing it down. Okay, so stars of the show, the Party Holographic. What do we mean by Party Holographic? The holographic film, and I'm gonna pour this out so we can get really close with it, has like a confetti pattern to the color. All right, so the film itself has this like little tiny confetti dot-like pattern on each piece of glitter. All right. Thank you, Lacey. You're the best. All right, let me put all of these cameras down because you guys know I'm literally all over the place. We got 5 of you over here today. Okay. There we go. So let's start with Silver Party Pop. This is the silver from this is in the glitter discount bundle, or you can grab it individually. The Snow Globe Bear sold out. I had a feeling it was gonna go pretty quick. So we do probably still have the flats in stock, but the Snow Globe may have sold out, guys. Okay, so Silver Party Pop XL. Look at the sparkle on this. I want to put this in a traditional ornament with you guys today. So let me try to get up close for all of the cameras. So this is Silver Party Pop with the party texture on these silver holographic glitter pieces. It is seriously so pretty. It has extreme bling, and the texture on the film just gives it so much more dimension than just a traditional holographic. So I absolutely love that. Michelle, I'm honestly not too sure if we're gonna restock them yet. We wanted to make them limited edition, so we've restocked them twice now. I can't promise that we're gonna cut more. Well, I'll talk about it with the girls after I'm done off of live. All right, so there is the Silver Party Pop. Glitter number 1, you can grab it individually or in the discount bundle. I know, Ilka, aren't they amazing? Then we have Go for the Gold. You know what I love about this? It's been so hard to get like a gold holographic. I feel like Yellow Brick Road is more of a yellow. This is definitely more of a warmer gold tone, which is super, super weird for holographic. This is not a common holographic shade. So when I saw this, I jumped all over it. So this is Go for the Gold XL in the Party Holographic. So it's that warmer gold holographic shade, but it has the confetti pattern on the glitter pieces. I know, it is. It's so pretty. Like, you never see a holographic gold. Like, I feel like holographic gold was not a thing until we discovered this. Most holographic film is more of like a yellow that people try to claim as a gold, but this is definitely more of a gold shade. Oh, Nola! You ordered glitter from another company, never doing again, spent too much money and literally got sample packs. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nola. Well, don't leave us. We're here. We're not going anywhere. All right, isn't that beautiful? So this is Go for the Gold XL. It's so pretty, guys. It's a really good Christmas gold. So there's that one. Then we have Party Green Queen. I don't have a code for them, Ashley. I don't. I just love their stuff. All right, so again, Party Holographic Green. This is called Party Green Queen. We have the holographic shift and the confetti finish on each piece. If you guys look at the listing, the second picture, I used like a magnifying glass and got really up close and personal with the glitter. So if you look at the second picture on the listing, you can see all of that detail on each glitter piece as well. So this is Party Green Queen. All right. I know. I never ask for codes though, Balto. If they offer them, sure. And if I like the product, I'll do it. But I don't ask for codes. All right. So there is Party Green Queen. Try to say that 10 times fast. It can be used for nails. It can be used for nails, absolutely. It's cosmetic grade polyester glitter. Can you show how to do the new wings? Yes, that's on my to-do list today, guys. We're gonna do some crafting after we look at everything. All right, then I have Scarlet Celebration XL. which is a party holographic red. But like, look how pretty this is for a Christmas red. Isn't that beautiful? Really, Diane? These are your favorite? Aren't they fun? I thought they were so unique. I was like, I have to have them. I have to have them. So here is the scarlet red, but look how good that red and gold go for Christmas. That red and gold, the red and green, the red and silver. These are, like, when I think of classic Christmas, I think of these colors. Ruby red slippers, yes. All right, so glitter discount bundle over on our, say the no words with me. You can grab them in the discount bundle that is already discounted, plus you can add your favorite affiliates code to save more, or you can grab them individually. Good morning. So it is already discounted on It's Pretty Personal, plus you can stack one additional code to save at checkout. Yes, the 7x7 is a part of the UV bundle. It will say it on the listing as well. Hold on, I'm gonna have to switch my charger over to this device. All right. So, obviously I don't want to talk too much about this guy because you guys sold me out already. Hold on, let me put you up. You guys sold me out already of the snow globe version, but I do believe we still have some of the flat versions available. So you guys already bought him, but look how cute. I made him look like a little iced coffee with little ice cubes. So we do have the flat version. Both versions are sold out. Oh boy. Well, here's the flat version before you guys sold me out. If you guys are obsessed, I will see about doing one more burst of them. It won't be today. It won't be this weekend. Possibly next week if you guys love him, okay? Lauren, where's my sweater? Is from the Marshalls. I like to bargain shop. I got this from Marshalls last season. So here is the flat as well that you guys sold me out of already. All right, is the cake bow in the graphics? Probably not, Diane. I did not even get a chance to add the clip art today. I can do it when I get off of live. Or do you guys want me to do it now? Do you guys want me to add the clip art if you want to build a custom gang sheet? If you guys are okay hanging out a second, I can do it now. I dropped him yesterday, and then I did a little restock today, and you guys sold us out already. I can do it now, Lacey. I'm gonna add it on our clip art, so when they build a custom gang sheet, they can grab the images. It's gonna be in a folder called Tree Cake Drop. Let me put that. My mom is doing well. So she got one drain removed yesterday. So she's feeling a little bit better. And hopefully we are going to get the other drain removed next week. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for asking. She's hanging in. She's hanging in. Tuesday night was wild. Let me... Problem with displaying the element. Hold on, guys. Let me see if it will let me add all the clip art. Oh, hi guys, welcome in. No, if it was a Wildcard Wednesday exclusive glitter, we probably will not release it. We'll probably keep it just for that Wildcard Wednesday as something a little special. All right, let me see if all of these will add. Will you be bringing back the heart? Did we sell out of the heart wings already? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys sold me out of the heart wings already. Yes, we will restock those. You guys are jumping on these, man. I'm going to still show you guys how to put them together. But I will restock those. All right. So Buffy, if you look at the listing, I have everything, all of the details for the Black Friday on the listing. It's going to be dropping at midnight on Black Friday, just like old school traditional Black Friday used to be. I don't know. I can't get down with the Black Friday sales for a week long. Like, I like my Black Friday sales to be on Black Friday. Call me old school. So it's going to be midnight on Black Friday is when those boxes are going to drop. Call me old school. All right, I'm trying to add all of these for you guys. Okay, let's talk about some of the new ornament toppers that are dropping. So where do you find the clip art? If you build a custom gang sheet on It's Pretty Personal, there'll be an option that says graphics, and it will be say R Designs, and you'll find clip art in the R Designs to add to your custom gang sheets before printing. All right, so we have a cat overlay because everybody, hold on, let me grab all my details over here. Everybody loved the dog bone overlay that we had, but we did have cat lovers request a cat overlay. So we do have the cat overlay available. Good morning. So the overlay is the top part that comes like this, that lays on top of your ornament base. We're gonna do some together, but here is the cat overlay. So we have the tools overlay. So if you wanted to make some ornaments for dad or for the man in your life or somebody who's into tools and all of that, we have a tool option, and then we have this space right here for you to add the name. So we have the tool overlay that dropped. And then we have the teacher. So we have, and the overlays come in 2 packs. So you can make 2 separate ones with 1 pack. Here is the teacher overlay. Again, with the space right here for you to add any wording or teacher names. You can add it with UV, DTF, or even vinyl. All right, look how pretty this color is. Isn't that pretty on the back? So here is the teacher option. What else do we have? The gamer overlay, which is this one. So I want to do this on live with you guys today because I haven't made my sample yet. And then I have obviously the bears that you guys sold me out of. I'm not going to harp on them because you guys are going to be upset if you miss them. Do you have UV wraps? No, we only do decals. You're welcome to upload your own wraps for custom printing, but we stopped doing wraps because so many different companies were coming out with different size snow globes. It was impossible to keep up with all of the sizing and all of that. But you're welcome to upload your own PNG files for custom printing on a custom gang sheet. So the wings already sold out and the bears already sold out. So I have the bear in a flat or in a globe. You guys sold me out. But we will talk about doing one more drop. One more. All right. But here is the flat. And here is the snow globe option. Which one do you guys want me to drop? Do you want me to drop more of the flat or more of the globe? Let me know, because we didn't really know what way this was going to go. We didn't know if you guys were more into flats lately or the snow globes. I know some of you guys have been struggling with the globes. So that's why we even had a flat option, because some people are scared of the snow globes. So I need your feedback. Let me know what you guys want me to do. Okay, then we have the heart with the wing, which I'm gonna make one today. So it is a heart blank with the gold chrome wing overlay. So this is sized so you can print out photos on our custom gang sheet builder and add the photos to your ornament. So I'm gonna make one for my daddy. So we'll do that live today so you can see how that's done. And then we have this one. It really makes me happy. Okay, are you guys ready for this one? So this is our disco bow kit. And what that bow kit comes with is your base ornament, your disco mirror overlay. Look at that. Literally look at that. And then a bow topper. So you can leave it like this if you'd like, or you can be bougie and add the bow. So I don't do any subbing on any of my ornaments. They're all made with our grid sheet helpers. So I'm obsessed with the disco bow. It is still in stock, the disco bow. So we'll do the disco bow today. We'll do the angel wings. We'll do an overlay. And if you guys are into it, maybe we'll do a snow globe too. All right. So let me just clean up this glitter because it's going to drive me nuts. I didn't know how many people were into the coffee bear. You either get it or you don't, right? Because you either love the Starbies or you don't. I didn't think a lot of people knew about it. You want to see the iced coffee one? Isn't it cute? With those little ice cubes in there. I didn't know how many people would know what this is, because it's either you are in the know about the craze or you're not. So that's why we didn't go too crazy with these, because I didn't know how he was going to do. Okay. Yeah, It's Pretty Personal is going to open soon. So what do we want to start with? The gamer overlay, or do we want to jump into the angel wing with the heart? Angel wing with the heart? Okay, so guys, I have 5 different platforms going right now in front of me. So there's over 200 of you and me. So if you guys see a comment that I may miss because I'm looking down because I'm crafting, feel free to answer the comment as long as you know the right answer. We are here to help each other out. If you guys have questions, feel free to help in the chat. That helps me so much. I love it when you guys are talking back and forth in the chat because it takes some pressure off of me. I don't want anybody to have a question that goes unanswered. All right, so feel free to help in the chat if you know any answers. And I'm gonna try to explain step by step what I am doing as I do it, all right? So I am going to do the heart and wing ornament with the picture of my dad. So I uploaded custom photos, which you can do on It's Pretty Personal when you build a custom grid sheet helper. You can see how well photos print. These are all, well, this is a photo from my wedding, so this is more of a professional photo, but you can see how nice the professional photo printed. But these are just camera phone photos where you can see that they still printed really well. So people ask all the time, will camera photos work? Absolutely. With like your phone, camera phone pictures absolutely work. So I uploaded some images for custom printing on a custom grid sheet helper. And I'm going to do this without crying. I already cried when I was picking the pictures. All right, so I'm going to cut out the photo that I want to use. And we are going to apply it to the heart acrylic blank. Now, the most important thing to remember about these kits. So these kits, when you are attaching your toppers and your acrylic pieces, you want UV rays to be able to reach the UV resin that you are attaching it to at all times. So the process that I'm going to do this is I am going to add the photo to my acrylic first. Then before I glitter the back, I'm going to attach my wings to make sure that my UV light can get through the clear vinyl to cure the resin before we move on to the next step, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, let me put you down a little bit. Hi guys. All right, can everybody see what we're doing here? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take my acrylic ornament. When you receive them, your acrylic is going to have a paper protective film on it. This one is just removed. All you have to do is peel that off. All right, then I'm going to take my grid sheet helper and we are going to place our grid sheet helper down on the heart ornament. All right, I'm gonna take my squeegee and put it down so it's laying nice and flat. All right, then I'm gonna take my box cutter and trim around my grid sheet helper that I laid down on the acrylic blank. So this is what I call like the messy cut. It doesn't need to be perfect. We're gonna work on getting a closer trim once we pick it up. So this is what we have so far. And we do have the squeegees available on It's Pretty Personal. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do what we call peel the potato. Hold on, I need to, how do I, oh man. I don't think this is gonna work. I need a new razor. Go around the edge. Yeah, I cut that too thin. Hold on. Potato peel. Getting ready for the holidays, right? We're gonna go around the edge with a sharp blade and trim that vinyl as close as we can to the acrylic blank, all right? The better your blade, the better this is gonna go. Just don't cut yourself if it's too sharp. So I'm just trimming and going around. Yeah, this is a pretty lousy blade. I'm gonna go around the curves and the edges. That's what I'm gonna do this weekend, is buy myself some new blades. Hold on, I'm gonna unlock It's Pretty Personal. Hold on, I'm taking off the password before I forget. All right, password is off, guys. It's fair game. Go, go, go. All right, Lauren, pull yourself together. Let's get a better blade here. See if that helps. There we go. All right. Hi, guys. I know. I don't think he's watching, Diane. That's all right. I'll get some this weekend at the hardware store. All right. Now we want to cut out the little tiny hole for hanging the finished piece. All right, so I just kind of stick my knife in there and cut that up. So this is what we have so far. It looks scary, like you can't see it, but that's because we need to add our glitter behind the image. But before I put the glitter behind this image, I want to apply my golden wings to the front, okay? So I'm gonna put the front facing forward, so the vinyl facing down. And we're gonna go ahead and take off the protective paper from the golden wings. So you'll see with the golden wings, the back is kind of like a primed gray. That is the side that we want to UV resin down, where the front is the chrome gold, all right? So I'm going to take my UV resin and put a small bead on the back of my wings, on that primed gray part. You don't have to put it kind of all the way. Wait, hold on, I'm thinking really quick. Where is this touching? So it's not touching all the way. So I'm gonna just place it where it is going to sit on the ornament, all right? Which is more like towards the center because the wings hang off the top part. All right. So I'm gonna take my wings, and on the front part, I am going to line up the hole and let that sit. I'm gonna cure this for a moment here. Oh, it would help if I plugged it in. And, oh, do you guys want me to, hold on, I think I could pin this light now. There we go. I'm able to pin that light now down at the bottom. So I'm gonna cure it for a moment, and then I'm gonna move it onto the shelf of the light to cure from the top and the bottom. So this is basically just for it to kind of stay put while I move it. Now I'm going to take it, put it on my shelf, and when you magnet these together, it is going to cure from the top and the bottom. So because I didn't glitter the back of the photo yet, my UV light has a full strength to hit the UV resin on the back of the wings to go ahead and secure it to the front of the ornament. Does that make sense? You always want to make sure before you move on to the next step that that UV light is going to be able to hit that resin to cure. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Any good plans? I feel like it totally snuck up on us. Totally snuck up on us, right? All right, we'll let that cure. You can see this is what we have so far. And now we are going to, so because the back is transparent, those UV lights were able to hit that UV resin and cure it, all right? So now I'm going to flip them over, and we are going to UV resin our glitter base behind the photo to get that photo to pop. Hosting 21 people. They're coming to your new house, Tiffany? I feel so weird calling you Tiffany because in my head you're still Mrs. Curtis. I'm gonna do about 7.5. All right, and then I'm gonna use Pearly Gates White for behind the photo. That's awesome. The new house looks so good. I love your update photos that you post. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mix this until I get like a thicker honey consistency. So it's not too runny, so it's running off the edge, but it's not too thick. So if you find that it's too thick, all you have to do is add more UV resin. If you find that it's too thin, all you have to do is add more glitter. So I'm pretty happy with this consistency. All right, now I am going to take my cowbell stand, suction him down, and we are going to use the spoon part of the spoon to spread that UV resin. Oh, I forgot to put my apron on. Hi, Katie. I forgot to put my apron on. I'll do it after this. And then I'm just going to cover the back part of the heart, so we get a nice solid white backing behind the photo. So once it's cured and we flip it over, you can see the photo really well. All right. I have the cowbell stand that I'm using that this is suction cupped onto. I have that in the little orange shopping cart as well if you're watching on TikTok. But she's back in town, so she should be in stock and ready to go. All right, so I'm just making sure I get to the edge without going over, because you don't want to have to clean up a mess. All right. I'm gonna use the back part of the spoon just to go around the little top. All right, nice even coat. And what I love about the cowbell stand is when I remove the tray from the center of this UV light, the stand fits perfectly in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure this, and then we'll see the final product. I'm gonna go ahead and just cure it for the 300 seconds because this is the final cure for this ornament. The stand that I got for the 100 watt, so it doesn't fit perfectly, but the bigger stand that I got for the bigger light is from Tumbler Shields. She said that she was designing one to fit the bigger light. I don't know if she did it yet though. But this light is pretty awesome too. Now this is a 48. I think this is a 48 watt. I also have the 100 watt. But this is the newer CC DIY 48 watt. You're welcome. So, while that's curing, let's work on our disco ball. All right. So what I want to do is the first step that I want to do with this disco ball apron. Thank you. What would I do without you guys? Apron. Apron, apron, apron. Thanks, guys. Okay, so what I want to do is kind of like the same concept, right? So because this is a solid silver mirrored acrylic, we want to cure from the back first before applying glitter to our back. So I am going to, in the kit that you get with this, you get the back ornament, you get the disco ball, and you get the bow. So I am going to take the back ornament, remove the front film, so we could use the UV resin and attach the disco ball to the front of this ornament. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take, I could probably use my bigger bottle for this. Yeah, I'll do a couple drops like there. All right, I'm scared that's gonna be yucky. Let me use my smaller one. All right, I'm gonna use my smaller bottle, putting attaching points on obviously the more solid pieces of the disco ball up around the top. Now you don't have to do the entire back, all right? This bottle is a 32 ounce. This is the big boy because I use a lot of the CC DIY resin this time of year. So I'm kind of just going in key points where I have more of a solid surface and putting some UV resin to attach it. So I'll go around some points so it's kind of even, just so it doesn't move anywhere, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and take my disco ball, line it up with that top hole and around my edges and place it down. Okay. Then I'll start curing that and then we will move that over to the light. All right, are we ready to see how this heart ornament came out? So here is the heart ornament where we put the white, Pearly Gates white behind the photo. And then you would go ahead and take your string and hang your ornament. Now, you can use for the grid sheet helper, you can do anything. You can do writing, you can do in memory of, you can do a photo, but this is what it would look like with the photo and the gold acrylic wings on the heart and acrylic wing base. You can do it for a dog. You can do it for anything. So I think it's cute. He's going on my tree this year. He'll be there. So there is my dad with the gold acrylic. Thanks, guys. Dad was very handsome. I know. I'm gonna see. Look how cute he was. Wasn't he the best? He was a handsome man, guys. All right. I am going to take my disco ornament, pick her up, and put her on the shelf just to make sure we have a good cure from the back. The type of Duragloss that I use is the gloss finish. I know, he was the best. Okay, while that is curing, I think we should work on our bow. So this is gonna be the bow for the front. I know I do look like him. I look a lot like him. All right, so I'm gonna remove my protective film from the back. And then I think I'm gonna do my bow in Micro Dream House. All right, so I'm gonna do Micro Dream House, and then let's go ahead and sand this. I don't sand the disco or the wings because they have like a primed rigid backing where it's not completely smooth. I'll sand the bow because it's just a slick, smooth surface. But hold on, let me see if you can see on this one. Oh, this one's covered. Well, you can see it has like a rigid, kind of like teeth and primed surface for the back. Do you love Silver Party Pop Cat? Isn't it so pretty? I love it. Alrighty. So I wiped that with alcohol. Now we are going to do UV resin with our glitter color Micro Dream House for our bow. Alrighty, let's mix this up and get that consistency that we like. So this is a really good Barbie pink, isn't it? Hence the name Dream House. Yeah, Kat, how are you feeling? Are you finally feeling better? All right, there we go. Whoop! Did you see that? That was close. I'm just gonna use the back of my spoon and put my UV resin and glitter mixture and cover the back of the bow. Guys, if you had your eyes on the angel wing heart ornament or the bears, make sure you add it to your wish list, because if we restock it, you'll get an email right away. So I know social media has been wild lately with not really notifying or anything like that. So if you add it to your wish list, you'll get an email when it restocks. All right, so we'll go down here. And we just want to get it covered, but not overflow the edge. All right. Come on. Are you guys more ham people or turkey people for Thanksgiving? I feel like that answer defines who somebody is so much. I feel like you either have a ham personality or a turkey personality. Am I right? You can't be both. No, you can't be both. If you had to only have one, are you a ham for Thanksgiving or a turkey? I'm a very, very picky turkey eater. So I used to be a ham girl, all right? But was it last Christmas? Last Christmas, we got a turkey from, you guys don't judge me, okay? I don't like to be stressed for the holidays. So I got a turkey from Joseph's Italian Market, which is like this Italian place where they have like pre-prepared foods. It's an Italian market, okay? I ordered it from Joseph's, and the turkey was the best turkey that I've ever tasted in my entire life. So I used to be only ham, but I think Joseph's converted me to turkey last year. I don't know if I'm just getting old with old taste buds or what is happening, but Joseph's converted me, and it's wild. I never thought. All right, I'm gonna move this over so it could cure as we move on to the next step with the disco ball. Okay, so here's our disco ball, which is cured on with the UV resin. So we are going to remove the back film now. All right, remove the back film, sand the back. Neither, so what do you eat? Are you just a rolls and mashed potato kind of gal? That was me for a couple of years too. All right, I'm We're gonna go ahead and wipe that down with alcohol. It says Ilka pinned a comment, but I don't see anything pinned. I hope I didn't miss anything. All right, wipe it with alcohol. Allow that baby to dry. And then for the back of the disco ball, are you guys ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. Oh, mashed potatoes and gravy, yum. I'm gonna do bubblegum palace for the back of the disco ball. You have a product pin, so it won't show the comment pin. Oh, let me unpin that. Unpin? There we go. I don't know how this stuff works. Doesn't Wicked come out today? All right, so I'm gonna do the back of the disco ball with bubblegum pink. And I'm so excited. Thanks, Balta. What's a good silver? That's just pure silver. We have one called Tin Man. That is just pure silver, no other color shifts. It's called Tin Man. And that's gonna be your go-to basic silver. A veggie and few platter kind of girl. Listen, I am a cheese platter girl all the way. I love my cheese. Ooh, that reminds me, I have a charcuterie board in the fridge. I love a good charcuterie. So yummy. Sorry, Ilka, I don't know what I'm doing. It's my first day. Look how pretty this color is, guys. This is Bubblegum Palace. Isn't it beautiful? That's Bubblegum Palace. Kept looking because I needed a pure silver. You're welcome. Okay. Let's put him on the shelf to cure from the bottom and top while we do this. Okay. So now we are going to, I'm telling you guys, once you do one ornament, you're literally a professional. It's pretty much the same steps. The only thing that you have to program your mind is if you're doing the overlays, you want to attach the overlay and cure before covering both sides and no lights reaching it. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. And now I would usually use my cowbell stand for this, but because the front of the disco ball is not like solid, it's not gonna suction to it. So I'm just going back old school, the way we used to before we had all of these cool tools. And spreading it and holding it in place on the paper. All right, so now that we figured out what glitter color did you use for the bears? For the hat, I used Mystic Pine. For, hold on, I'll hold it up in a second and I'll show you because I use different glitters on each. But literally the perfect Starbies green is Mystic Pine, 100%. I use that on both of the hats. But let me just get this spread out and curing and then I'll show you guys. All right, so we went around the top. We're gonna come and just make sure that we're nice and even. All right, throw that away, wipe off your Pokey Pal because you don't want to ruin that. And then I'll start that curing. Okay. So for my Starbies bears, the top, I used Mystic Pine for both hats. For this one, I used Blonde Roast, and I mixed it with a tiny, tiny bit of Animal Print Brown. So Blonde Roast and Animal Print Brown, the hat is Mystic Pine. For this one, the hat is Mystic Pine, and for the back, I mixed like Animal Print Brown, Gold rose, and what else did I know it was one other one. Maybe Mocha Madness. I mixed like 3 darker browns for the back of this one because I wanted the lighter color of the iced coffee to pop. Ooh, Animal Print Brown, we just restocked it today, JT. We literally just restocked it. Okay, so while this, let's move this over to the shelf so we can get a good cure. Come on. There we go. The bear is cute. I didn't know how he was gonna do. Like, I know that I see all of the bear drama because, I mean, obviously I'm there every day. But I didn't know how many people were in the know, you know what I mean? Oh, Lori, I have an update for you about what I was telling you about. All right, so I know that I have it somewhere. I'm just peeling off the front. There we go. To reveal what this bow looks like. Look how pretty Dream House is. So this is Micro Dream House on the bow. Micro Dream House. There's no need for the password anymore, guys. It's Pretty Personal is open. Now, I probably should have located my super glue before I went live. Where is it? I don't know if it's in here. Because both of these are glittered, I don't necessarily want to use UV resin because I don't think it's going to adhere that well. I think I would prefer to use super glue to attach my bow to the front of the disco ball. Yes, we do have the solution on It's Pretty Personal. But that and this one, this was just distilled water. This is just distilled water, white acrylic paint, and some like brown dyes, those color wash tints. I literally used white acrylic paint and then the copper color wash tint and the brass with white acrylic paint, and then I got literally the perfect shade. Oh, Lori, I forgot you had a show in Lakeland this weekend. I totally forgot. Okay, so there's 2 different ways that you can adhere this. You can try to go in. Are you guys ready? So you can try to go in with UV resin, but because this is solid and my glitter is solid, it may not adhere perfectly. Okay, so this is what it would look like once we attach it. You can mix up a little bit of normal resin to attach it and allow it to cure, or you can use like a Gorilla Glue or a super glue. All right, so look how cute. This is what it would look like once you get it attached and you're good. Now you don't have to do the bow. You could leave it just like this. And I just did a lighter pink glitter because I just feel like disco balls in pink are so in. Our entire Christmas tree is a pastel pink with mint, and this is gonna be perfect for the Christmas tree in our warehouse. And then you can go in with the bow. How cute would have this been with a mint bow? I didn't think about that. We could have done a mint bow. So the disco bow kit, so you get the back ornament, you get the disco acrylic cutout, and you get the bow to attach on the top is available. A mint ribbon, I didn't think about that. So I'm gonna super glue this. And then once I get it super glued, I'll post a video for you guys to see it. All right, so there's that. So we did our angel wings. We did our disco. Let's do a gamer overlay. Do you guys want to do a gamer overlay? I'm not going to do the bear just because we're sold out right now. And if I do the bear right now, 1,000 people are going to ask me when it's available. I will post a video on how to do it. But it's literally the same concept, guys. Once you know how to do one of these and put one together, it's the same concept for every single one, just in a different shape. All right, let's do the gamer. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my gamer and I'm gonna sand the back. Yeah, so if you add anything that is sold out to your wish list, when it restocks, you'll get an email. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off the back that we just sanded. And the colors that I picked out for this gamer one, what did I pick out? I picked out You're a Mean One and On Blue. Hold on, I'm trying to think. I think I want to do You're a Mean One in a finer cut. Let me go grab the You're a Mean One in a finer cut. Hang on one second, guys. Okay. I saw somebody ask about a UV DTF on an ornament. I can do that afterwards. Okay, so we sanded. I'm going to go in with You're a Mean One in a finer cut. We sanded. We wiped off the alcohol. Now I'm going to get my UV resin ready. So restocks this time of year are very few and far between, guys. I don't know if you were here last time when we were live and talking about it. So on December 31st, for any business that has product inventory, Uncle Sam wants your inventory to be 0. So that's why Black Friday is Black Friday. That's why Walmart does it, Target does it, everybody. So we can't really order that many restocks this time of year because all of our accountants are yelling at us that our inventory should be 0. So I'm very careful with restocks this time of year, or if I restock, I don't restock much as far as quantity because my accountant wants my inventory to be 0. If you are a product-based business and if you have inventory at the end of the year, you do have to report that for your taxes. And you have to pay taxes on your inventory that, oh, perfect, you understand your accounting. Yeah, I didn't know this when I first started my business. I learned the hard way, but I have to pay taxes on inventory that I haven't sold yet. So I learned that the hard way in 2018. So now I try to be semi-smart when it comes to inventory at the end of the year. Because we don't want to have to pay taxes on products that we haven't made any money off of yet. Does UV resin turn yellow? I think it depends on the quality and the brand that you're using. It could eventually over time. But I have ornaments that I've done 4 or 5 years ago that I haven't had any issues with yellowing just yet. All right. So now the fun part is to get around all of these little details with not making too much of a mess. So I'm going to kind of put a little bit more UV resin and spread from there. Thank you guys for the likes and the shares. So I'm just gonna pull from the resin that's there and slowly guide it around the top of the overlay. Have you guys started Christmas shopping yet? I haven't seen like any crazy sales, but I don't know. I'm like old school. I see all of these businesses doing like week-long Black Friday. I don't know. I feel like Black Friday should be for Black Friday. That's why our Black Friday is on Black Friday. That was like fun. I'm trying to bring back the fun. You know what I mean? I feel like staying up till midnight on Black Friday after stuffing our face with ham and turkey was like something I would look forward to. You don't see how to add it to your wish list. So right where you see it's sold out, there's gonna be a button that says wish list. And you're literally just going to click add to wish list, and it will go ahead and generate it and add it to your wish list for you. I think it's red. I think the wish list is red. Right underneath like the add to cart and sold out button, there's a wish list button that's red. Right, Balto? Those were the days. I remember people having tents and camping out in front of Best Buy. Do you guys remember that? They were like such fun days. I remember having older cousins and everybody would be eating for Thanksgiving and we would be like planning on where we were hitting up. And everybody would be having like coffee and talking for Thanksgiving, and we would be like headed out at 8 o'clock to go set up for shopping. All right, now I'm just gonna be careful around these little buttons. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of generally go around these little buttons, and then I'm gonna come in with my Pokey Pal to get really close to make sure everything is covered. I need a Pokey Pal. Is that what we're calling him, Balto? A Pokey Pal? A Pokey Pal of a different kind. All right. And do these stars a little in the middle. Alrighty. Now let's see. You'll shop online. I don't know, I thought that was fun. I don't really have a lot of patience for people anymore though, so you may have a point there, Ilka. The patients are wearing thin. All right. We're gonna go around these buttons and just guide that glitter in UV resin. And this is just because I don't want to make too much of a mess. I did fill in a little spot by the star. I didn't realize that there was a little opening right there, but we'll see if we can fix that. And for the stars, I just kind of take my Pokey Pal and pull out to the corners. Just wipe your Pokey Pal off when you're done because you don't want it to cure and get UV resin on it. There's something so satisfying about doing all of this, but seeing it done. All right. Go ahead and pull around. Just making sure that we get it all nice and covered so you can see all of the details once we lay this on our back. I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, I got one little spot right there, but I don't think there's much I can do about that. There should be a wish list option. You can try refreshing your browser. It may just be a glitch, but every product should have a wish list option. Could be a browser issue. It could be a cookie issue. Try refreshing it before freaking out too much. Okay. So I'm happy with that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and stop you. Watch your mouth, Lauren. My cord is perfectly clean. There we go. Refreshing brought it back for me. Perfect. All right, we're gonna go ahead and cure that. I'm gonna get my ornament ready. So this is the 4-inch ornament that comes in the 9-pack. It's pretty personal. Yeah, guys, we have so many different designs for the overlay, but we do cut these in-house. So like we only have a couple of lasers. So we are trying to do the more general designs first. Like we did this for a little boy. I have a design coming out for a little girl. And it's kind of like a time crunch till Christmas. But eventually I would love to have hundreds of overlay options. We're just trying to roll with the punches and get the more general options out of the way so more people will have options for Christmas. Yeah, I'm gonna do an ornament. Somebody was asking for a UV DTF ornament. We'll use one of the glitters from today and one of the UVs from today, and we'll do that together. And I feel like we should put the glitter from today in a traditional ornament with Duraclear. What do you guys think? Let me grab a traditional ornament. Let me grab one. Let me see. We'll do the disc. Oh. No, you know what? Let's do the square. And then I have an idea. Look, we'll do a traditional. Okay. So this is what we have so far, but we want to attach the overlay to the back ornament with our UV resin and put that to cure before glittering the back. All right. So what we want to do is take our UV resin, and I always put the glittered side of acrylic, or the glitter side of the acrylic down, because the front side has a smooth finish that is really gonna just make this look a lot more professional than a bumpy glittered side. All right, so I'm just kind of going around with my UV resin, lightly putting UV resin where we want it to attach to the ornament. Flip it over, and I always line up by looking at those holes. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up, put it on the shelf of the light, and put that to cure. So that is going to allow the UV light to cure that UV resin that we just placed down from the back. While that is curing, let's prep a traditional little ornament. All right, so when I say traditional, I mean these are plastic from the Lobby Hobby. Ones that you can open, you can get your DuraClear, squirt some in there, put it around, and cover the inside and allow it to drip clear. I do love the square ornaments, but the DuraClear, when it's dripping, does get kind of trapped in the square corners. So you want to just make sure that you completely get the squared corners emptied before filling it with glitter, because if not, the DuraClear will kind of pool in the corners and make for like a thicker wet spot. How do we craft without being dirty? I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying over here. All right, I feel like we should do the Silver Party Pop in that. So this is the one that dropped today. This is Silver Party Pop. And we'll do that in this DuraClear ornament once it drips and it goes from a milky color to a clear color, but you see how it's pooling on these little corners. So I just kind of tip it and allow the pooling that's coming in those corners to drip out. So I'll do that like 2 or 3 times before filling it with glitter. So allow that to continue to drip. Thank you. All right, so as that is dripping dry, this is what we have for the gamer ornament so far, okay? It still has the protective seal on it. That's why it looks more matte. So I'm going to remove the protective seal from the back. We're gonna sand that back. How long does the dry tie take? With the DuraClear, I'd say about 5 minutes on average. I don't know if like humidity and temperature has anything to do with that drying process, but you'll see it go from like a milky white to more of a clear white. Not clear white, like of a milky white to more of like a foggy, more transparent white. All right. So we will take our medicine cups. Hi, Mary. Our UV resin. I love it when you guys send your sons in here to get orders. Oh, Julie's son's here. Julie, your son's here. All right, now I'm going to use for the back of this ornament, this is the medium cut of Blue. So this is the medium cut of that holographic royal blue. How pretty that is. Good morning, guys. We're gonna mix that up. It is such a pretty color, and I think that the blue and the green contrast is gonna be really pretty together. I know, it's so funny, like a glitter company, and then you see these big masculine kids walk in here. All right, pretty happy with that consistency. You guys, look at the holographic in this. It's so hard to focus on there. Look at that. That's blue in the medium. Alrighty. I'm trying to get better with putting the tops on my glitter when I'm like as I go, so I don't spill and make a total mess. I'm just tipping my corners with my polyacrylic to get the pooling out. I can't. Balto, I told you to get down here. All right, now we're gonna dump this on the back. Now we don't have to worry about the front being secured, the overlay being secured to the ornament, because we did cure that while it was clear. So that is good and 100% cured and ready to go. Now we're just gonna go ahead and take the blue and work it to the edge. All right. Every time Balto crafts, he does this little song thing, and now I can see why. Because it's like you can't look up at the screen. You know what people are saying. Balto goes doo-doo-doo. Every time I watch him live, I'm like, there's the song. There's the Balto theme song. I need to screen record it because I tell him that he does it and he doesn't realize that he does it. He's the best. All right, we're around there. You guys, look at how pretty this color is. Look how pretty. Isn't that beautiful? That's blue in this medium. All right, I'm gonna start curing it here and then I'm gonna pick it up and put it on my shelf. I just want it to be a little bit dry before I transport it. All right, so you see how it's kind of pooling in those corners? So I'm just basically turning the ornament to get the Duraclear that's pooling in those top little corners out. Blue is amazing. Honestly, any of the holographics in mediums are chef's kiss. It's something about the holographic with the medium cut. So they obviously have more sparkle than the fine because of the larger cut, and it just, and they're so easy to work with on these projects. All right, so all of the Duraclear that dripped out of that ornament, I'm just gonna put right back into my bottle. You guys, this bottle's from last year. This bottle is literally from last year, and I recycle everything that drips out. Ooh, I love vampire vibes. It's a really pretty indigo to black color shift. That's a beautiful color. All right. So you can see how it's more clear now and not necessarily milky. So that is what we want. So I'm gonna move this over here. And we are going to add our glitter into the ornament. A perfect cut for pens too. It's just perfect all around. All right, so here's our ornament. I'm gonna go in with my Kel Bell funnel. I'm gonna pour in my Silver Party Pop XL that dropped today using my Poke Pal. You guys, we have so many small businesses that we use. I love it. We got Kel Bell, we got CC DIY, we got Miranda and Lori at the Creation Station. A little bit of everybody. Okay. Now I'm going to just twist and turn this baby around to cover the inside of that ornament. just like we did with the polyacrylic. Not the polyacrylic, I'm sorry, the Duraclear. Now it still is a tad bit foggy, but we're gonna watch that clear up a little bit as it dries. But look at how pretty that is. Come on. There we go. We got our top on. And everything that comes out of my ornament, I put back in my shaker. Don't come for me. You do what works for you, boo-boo. Ooh, I can't wait, Ilka. Okay, so you know what I want to do? What should we do on this one? I was wondering if we should do some of the lights going across. What do you guys think? Should we do the lights across the ornament or one of these? Santa. Yeah, we aren't wasting this economy, right, Amy? Should we do one of the images or should we do the lights? Everybody's saying lights. I'm trying to eyeball. Guys, I just work here. All right. Is this gonna fit? Now I'm mad I did that. Hold on. Maybe I'll do this. I don't know, guys. I'm doubting myself now. What if we just did a random strand and see how that looks, and then we'll build off of that. Let's see, I'm cutting a strand out. Let's see what this does. I feel like I can like wrap it around. What if I just go crazy? Let's see. Let's see what this does. Push it down. I could probably go over with another strand to make it look like crazy Christmas lights. My Pokey Pal. Look at the Christmas lights. Okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So let's do one more strand and make it look like crazy Christmas lights. All right, let's cut out this strand. All right. I'm wondering, do I just wrap it around this way and make this the back, or do we put another starting here? No. I think I'm gonna do it that way. Can you start where you left off? I'm worried because it's gonna go up and then I'm gonna run off. Because it like doesn't curve, it's more of a straight line. So if I start where I left off, I didn't think that through. Does that make sense? All right. And so I kind of want those to fit in there. Oh, it almost lines up, but not exactly. Oh, I kind of love it. You know what? I think I could fix this. Look, there's a little spot right there. I bet you I could piece a little piece of red strand right there. And then it will look like we meant to do that. Watch. So it doesn't really look like the back. Sorry, I'm trying to get this transfer tape off. There we go. There we go. Look at us. Just winging it. I kind of love it. Do you hate it when something starts horrible and it just pulls together? Look, I think I could put a little piece of red right there and you will never even know. Oh, I could add a light right there. Hold on. What if I do that? And what's gonna drive me crazy is the black shadow is on the bottom. So I need this red one. You're mine. I need that red one so the shadow on the cord matches. Oh my God, it's gonna fit perfect. Wait guys, watch this. Oh, I probably shouldn't have talked such a big game until I did it. Transfer. I feel like I'm doing surgery. Oh my God. And you know what? I wonder if I should do a Christmas light on this end right here and on that end. Oh, wait, we're on a roll. We're on a roll. Hold on. We can do a Christmas light right here and a Christmas light on this end. We got this. What color should we do? Yellow. I need a yellow Christmas light. Ugh. I feel like I'm doing surgery. All right, yellow. Watch. Do you love this drop? I love it too. Look, we put a little Christmas light there. And now we need one right here. Maybe a green one. Green light coming in hot. Oh my goodness. You guys ready for this? Hold on. Transfer surgery. There we go. Look. Look at how fun this is. Look at how cute that is. That is fun. I'm gonna take a picture of that and post it for you guys. And look, it's like Christmas tree icing lights. Should we put another sprinkle up there? Now we're getting crazy. Hold on, we need a sprinkle up here. Let's do a sprinkle. Okay, perfect. And let's do one more sprinkle down here. Then I promise I'm done. Then I promise I'm done. Oh, I could fill all the empty spaces with sprinkles. Look, and we did a sprinkle there. Back here, let's do some more sprinkles. Good idea, Kat. The glitter is so good, guys. The glitter is a good one. Here's a sprinkle. Yes, we did do the angel wing ornament when we were live. Here it is. Let's do another sprinkle there. All right, I think I'm done. I'm pretty happy with this. Look at how cute it came out. And look at the glitter. Moment of silence for the glitter. This is the holographic party. This is, what did we name this one? Silver Party Pop. And there's like a confetti-like holographic texture actually on the film. Oh, thanks, Wendy. Cute. I think it's fun. Okay. What else did I promise you guys I will do? Oh, do you want to do a shaker? Do we want to do a shaker? Because I had an idea for the Christmas tree shaker. If you guys want to hang out a little longer. Oh, wait, we have to look at this ornament. Wait, we got to reveal this ornament. We totally forgot about it. All right, so this is the gamer ornament. We're going to remove that front protective covering. That's going to take that matte finish off of the ornament. Hold on, it's stuck on that star. All right. Look at how cute these colors are. So this is mean green in the fine cut, and then we did on blue in the medium cut. How freaking cute is that? This screams little boy ornament. Isn't that so cute? I love this. I really do like this one. You can totally, yeah, that's why we have the bars there. We have the bars for names. So I left a bar like on that one for names. We have it on the medical ornament for a name. The teacher, we have a bar for a name. The tools, we have a bar. I have a space down here for the cat, underneath the cat, but on all of them, we did leave a little bit of working area for you to add a name with UV, DTF, or vinyl. I love this. I really, really like this color. All right, I gotta take pictures of all of these for you guys. I gotta take a picture of this too once I add the bow. We'll do a picture of this one too. We did all of these live today, guys. So proud of us. All right. Do you want to see my idea for the Christmas tree shaker? I will share it with you. I know I love the blue and green together. It's just so pretty. But I love the contrast. This is super pretty. Okay, here is my idea for the snow globe tree, which we just restocked because we were sold out. I want to turn the snow globe tree into a tree cake. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Jennifer, we just did a UV DTF one for you. All of these Christmas lights are UV DTF. I did it just for you because I saw you asking. All of these Christmas lights were UV DTF. You're picking it up. Okay, so Christmas tree shaker, what comes in it? You get your back part of your ornament. You get your core, which is gonna allow us to fill the center with what we wanna fill it with, and then we get our front. This is just so when we ship it, nothing breaks. You can just do whatever you want with this or throw it away. This would be kind of cute. You can add a bow to the top. Hold on. I don't know. If you are a repurposer, look, you could put a bow on top of this and make a little Christmas tree. You do what your little heart desires. But I'm throwing it out. I have too much junk. Rhonda, I thought the same thing at first, but then when I went to Hobby Lobby and I saw how heavy their ornaments were, I changed my mind. Because there are some heavy ornaments at the store. All right, so we have our back tree, which I am going to apply our grid sheet square that looks like a Little Debbie tree cake. All right, so I'm cutting that out. Yes, girlfriend, where have you been? Look at my little coffee. Do you want to see more? I just made this one yesterday, but you guys sold this out. I'll show you one with glitter. Hold on. Hang on. We got some. Oh, this one's cute. Like this one we put solution in with little charms. Aren't they fun? So yes, you can add your solution inside of these snow globes. So here's like one with glitter and charms. Here's one that I made look like a little iced coffee with some ice cubes. They're so fun. Seriously, so fun. Okay, so we're gonna do a tree-shaped one. So let's cut out our tree cake pattern. The charms I get from Ellie's Arc Designs. Okay. So here is my design. I am going to place it down. Where I always misplace my squeegee and it's huge. All right, squeegee down our grid sheet pattern. Take my box cutter and start trimming away the extra vinyl. All right, so I'm just kind of cutting straight out. I kind of call this like a dirty trim because I'm not getting it perfect. I'm just getting it so I can cut away some of the extra vinyl so then I can go back and trim closer. All right. So I'm literally just cutting at the angles and picking up that extra vinyl. And I just have it all here. Everybody says that. Look, woo! They're not overalls. It's what I say all the time, Wendy. I'm like, I'm gonna be known as like the farmy crafter on TikTok. No, that would be weird if I wore the same overalls every time I was live. I hope a lot of people don't think that. They're like, who is that weird crafter who never changes? All right, so let's just trim this away. The flash is good. My pants that I have on though are from TikTok Shop. I even linked them for you guys because I get asked all the time. These are like literally the most comfortable. This was actually my first TikTok purchase, were these pants. It popped the TikTok cherry. All right, so we did the dirty cut, which, I mean, that was pretty good. Now I'm just gonna go around and trim these little edges. Oh my God, that weird crafter that never changes. All right, just going around that little curve. Don't cut yourself. All right. You guys, sometimes I rewatch my lives, and when I'm focusing on crafting, I like do this weird thing where I hold my mouth open. Can you guys tell me not to do that? I just did it again. I'm gonna put tape over my mouth. I guess my son, when he focuses, he goes like this. Oh, thanks for the gifts, guys. Thank you, Wendy. My son pays attention here with his tongue. It's the cutest thing. All right, just trimming off those edges to get a nice clean edge. I find myself biting your lips. Wendy, what are you thinking about when you're crafting? People pay for that kind of content, ma'am. All right. Look, I got a nice trim around the edge. I'm proud of that. So here's our tree cake so far. I hate a mess. Sorry, guys. Listen, focusing hard. Am I doing it still after I just called myself out for it? I can't help it. All right, I'm gonna take my UV resin. I'm going to take my glitter. I am going to do Pearly Gates White and Rainbow Platinum for this one. That's what he said. So Pearly Gates White and Rainbow Platinum. So Pearly Gates White is that solid white. That's what you want to keep all of your detail in your pattern. Rainbow Platinum gives you the bling. So this is a little thin, but I just want to show you how pretty they are together. This is a little thin, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. I think I'm gonna add more Rainbow Platinum for more wow factor. Oh, we'll add both. Whoops. If you add too much, just add a little. Oh, actually, that might be okay. Yeah, it's not horrible. We'll take it. I know, Rainbow Platinum's amazing. All right, so I'm going to remove my back paper so I can get this to suction down on my kettlebell stand. The kettlebell stand does not like to suction to the paper protection, but it will suction to the clear ornament protection, just not the paper. So I'm gonna go ahead, remove it. suction her down. And I am putting my UV resin and glitter mixture on the same side that I applied my grid sheet pattern down to, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and just spread it to the edge without making a mess and going over. If this takes you a little bit longer, it's worth it, guys. If you don't have to clean up UV resin spilling over the edge, do this a little bit slower if you need to prevent that cleanup. I feel like I've done a bajillion of these, and the more you do them, the more comfortable you get with getting close to the edge. So if you feel like you're doing it and you're super slow at first, I was super slow with my first couple too. So you're doing great, sweetie. Party in my craft room. I know. So I have to play like all these insane club remixes so I don't get whacked with a violation. So if they can't figure out what song it is, I can't get whacked. So everything that I play when I'm live needs to be some sort of remix to confuse the computers. So this is what we got. It's better than silence. It is totally better than silence. So I'll take what I can get. All right. And then go around the top. Okay, so we're nice and covered. I'm gonna go ahead and place that in my UV light. So as that is curing, we're gonna prepare the next step. So I missed Wendy's question. But I'm recording on 5 different places right now. On TikTok, on IG, on the Tube, on our FB group, and our FB page. So I'm a little bit everywhere. Yes, Wendy, we're everywhere. Do you want to see how crazy this is? Look. Hold on, let me show you what's happening over here. This is to give you guys, how do I switch my camera? What my view looks like. Look, we're here, 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 and here. We got a little bit of everywhere today. So, and then this device goes here. So that's why when I say I try to keep up with comments, there's a lot going on this desk. It's a little crazy, but we're here. We're winging it. We're winging it. I'm gonna cure right now for like 180 seconds. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I know, Wendy. When I finally met Wendy, so I've been watching Wendy's, not necessarily her lives, because I feel like I never catch her live, but all of her dancing videos have totally like made me low-key stalk her. And I met her finally in Tennessee when we were there. She's so sweet. She has the most freaking gorgeous hair ever. I wish I could pull that off. All right. I'm just pulling my protective paper off of my core. I know, I was gonna make my employees do, did you guys see that TikTok challenge where like you dance with no music and then TikTok picks the music for you? I was gonna make the girls do that. Oh, Wendy, you're so sweet. We can hang out whenever you want, girlfriend. Whenever you want. Are you going to the event in Jersey? I don't even know what it's called. I'm so bad. I'm like such in my own little bubble. I know that there's an event coming up in Jersey next year. All right. So we removed the paper. Makeover. There we go. There it is. Atlantic City? Is that where it is? I don't even know, guys. Oh, it's in October? That's so far away. You're one of the founders? Okay, Wendy, forget what I just said. I'm so bad. I am such in my own little bubble. When I tell you, I don't, like, people will come up to me and start talking about people. I'm like, do you have a picture of them? Because I just keep to myself in my own little bubble. Sorry, Wendy, just kidding. I knew that. Just kidding. You guys, did you know Wendy was the one of the founders of, where is it at? Tumblr takeover, makeover. But do a plug, Wendy. plug the event, Wendy. I'll be there. I definitely want to come in and see some of my friends. So I'll probably fly in for a day or two. Makers Takeover. There we go. Do you want to drop dates and location? Go for it, girlfriend. Go for it. No, this one's different than what's on my website. I'm definitely popping in, Wendy. I will definitely pop in. But with my boys, it's hard for me to like commit a week to something, but I'm really, really good with turn and burns. So I will hop on a plane, I will show up, I will have dinner, and I can hop on a plane back and be back before bedtime. I'm good at that. Makers Takeover, Atlantic City, New Jersey, October 22nd to the 25th, 2026. I will be there, and it sounds like it's going to be chilly there, but I will be there. All right, are we ready to see how this looks? So here is the back. Stop it. You guys, I want to eat this. So here is the back of the tree snow globe that we're making. Okay, so here is the back. And what we are going to do, hold on, let me fold this so I have a decent working area. Now I sanded my core, so I'm gonna take my sanding sticks. Thank you, Balto. So when I was in Tennessee, I had so many people come up to me and say hi, but it's so hard because you guys see my face, you hear my voice, you know like my entire life story. And all I know is like your little tiny usernames and pictures. So I was like asking, I'm like, people come up to me and say hi. I'm like, what's your TikTok name? What's your FB name? What name do you order with? That's how I know you guys. All right, so I'm taking my sanding stick that I got from the Zon, and I am sanding where my core is going. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy knows the struggle. I am sanding where my core is going to meet my back ornament. In my head, you were, Diane. You guys, in my head, Diane was like maybe 5'3", 5'4". She walks up to me and she's like 6 foot tall. And I'm like, what the hell? I didn't know you were that big by your profile picture. You're so tall. She was cracking me up. I literally looked down to see if she had heels on. And then Balto. Balto, do you want to share my experience with you? I love Balto. But in my head, he was a lot taller. Because I guess I don't know, when you talk to somebody for so long on the internet, it's just natural for your mind to like put together what they are like physically in your mind. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? All right, so we're completely sanded and prepping that acrylic where my core is going to meet my back ornament. All right. You're perfect, Wendy. I feel like I'm average too. I'm 5'7" on a good day. Sometimes 5'6". But I feel like that's like a... Diane rolls up at 6 foot. Balto, what are you, 5'3"? He's very cute. Balto's very fun size. You can like put him in your pocket. He's very cute. Yeah, we're the same height. All right. So I'm taking my UV resin and now I am going to, I know Diane is tall. I'm going to bead where my core is gonna meet my back, and that is what's gonna seal in everything on the inside of the snow globe shaker, all right? So do not be stingy, all right? Balto was doing this and having leaks, and I watched him do one live, and I had to give him a little scream because he was trying to stretch his UV resin as far as he can go, which I get, it's natural. But if we are stingy and put a very thin coat of UV resin and want that to 100% seal the core, kind of like caulking. I know I said caulking. Kind of like caulking, and we want to completely attach the core to the back and front ornament. That is what is going to be key for no leaks. Do not be stingy. All right, so I'm just going around and putting a bead of UV resin around the entire perimeter where that core is going to meet. These little needle nose black bottles are literally the best thing ever. I think it was Erica that I saw live, and she had UV resin in this, and I was like, oh my God, that's genius. It really allows you to put the bead of the UV resin exactly where you want it, but please make sure you are using a black bottle and not a clear one, because the clear one, if any UV rays touch that bottle, that entire bottle of UV resin is going to cure. Bye, Diane. All right, so I have my bead around the edge. I'm gonna take my core, drop it in place, and you wanna make sure it's completely lined up, all right? And then you want to kind of eyeball it and make sure it is lined up and there is UV resin touching the back and the core perfectly. I'm gonna take my light and cure that. Yeah, message me later. I know I dropped a bunch of stuff on you yesterday. My mind is more clear today, so we can have a normal conversation. All right, I think, what if, so I feel like we're gonna put glitter in this, but what if we put a little bit of red bows too? So I want to do for the inside, what are we gonna do? We can do some red and some green. And what if we did a little bit of light show, the glow in the dark? Do we wanna do some charms too? I want like a traditional, you guys, I totally forgot I had this down here. Look, I have this too. Don't judge me. I'm obsessed with Ellie's arc, okay? So I have all of these too. I want there they are, a solid red bow. This is what I want. Perfection. I have a charm problem. I have a charm problem. Ooh, there's like brighter red ones in here. So look, the girls organized all of these by like theme for me. So let's pull some red bows. Ooh, there's a little green one. We'll do red and green along with our glitter on the inside. All right, so I have some red. Okay. These are from Ellie's Arc. If I hold up her card, do you guys want to screenshot it? So these are where all of my charms are from. If you want to screenshot that, you ready? 1, 2, 3. If you want to screenshot that. And I think our discount code is IPP10, right? I think we have a discount code IPP10 over there. It's either IPP or IPP10. Try both. See what happens. Thank you, Balto. IPP. You guys, look at these little, what are these, holly? Look at the little holly. We can throw that in there too. Yep. I'm excited. All right, so we have holly, we have a green bow, we have some red bows, and then we'll add some glitter. I feel like we need more holly, just for more green. All right, we got holly, holly. All right, I'm happy with that holly. I totally forgot the girls organized all these for me. Look, they like separated it by like, look at all of these balloon dogs. They're literally little tiny pastel balloon dogs. I could probably get smaller containers. Look at these little gingerbread. I know, I forgot I had all these. They were in a different spot. Oh my goodness, look at these bows. Look at these bows. Maybe we'll use this red bow for the top of the Christmas tree. I think we should. Ooh. You guys, should we put this on top of the... Yep, we're doing it. That's gonna look really cute. Sorry, guys. I mean, I value your opinion, but I know we're gonna say yes to bows. So it's like I don't even have to ask. I think these are her mini bar. So when you look on her Webby, these are the mini bar. She has bigger ones, which are great for, like the top of like snow glow cups and stuff. But these are the mini bar. Okay, before I do anything else, I'm gonna cure this little, you guys stop it. I'm gonna cure this on here. So it gets a full cure from the back. Would you do it from the back? All right. I'm just sanding where I'm gonna stick it. Get it? What happened to the tree after putting the resin around the side? So we went ahead and we cured it. So we cured our center core onto the back tree. This is gonna give us the space between the front and the back to have stuff move around. All right. So let me just put my little bow on here first. All right, so I put my UV resin. I'm gonna lay my bow down. Oh my God, stop it. Why are you so cute? And we're gonna cure that to allow it to cure from the back. Okay. Stick it. So let's go ahead and put all of our charms inside. A tennis grunt. I don't think I've ever played tennis a day in my life, Balto. So I'm putting my holly, my green bow, my red bows. I'm putting all of my, did you hear that? Girls, are you okay? They just hit the wall. Inside. All right, now I'm gonna add my dry glitter. All right, so a little red. I went through the window to the wall. A little bit of my green. A little bit of red, a little bit of green, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of Classy Light Show. This is gonna glow in the dark, but it will give it a nice pretty silver shift to break up the red and the green. All right. So now what we're gonna do, make sure you don't have any glitter on top of your core, okay? We don't want to interrupt the seal of the core with the front ornament at all. Now we're gonna take our UV resin and we're gonna put a bead on the top part of the core. So same concept that we did with the bottom. We are putting a bead on the top of the core to seal in the front ornament, or seal on the front ornament to secure all of the glitter and the charms and the snow globe mixture in the center of the shaker. Do not be stingy. Okay? This is what's gonna hold all of that liquid and all of the glitter and charms inside. Now, if you get a leak, it's not the end of the world. You can always plug it. You can always put UV resin on the outside to seal that leak. But I found doing these steps has really helped with any leak issues. So you want to make sure that you're sanding. Okay, so sanding is basically giving the two slick pieces of acrylic little tiny teeth for the UV resin to hang on to get a more secure seal between the two slick pieces of acrylic. So I sand the core and I sand the front and back ornament to basically prep and prime the surface to get the best adhesion that we can. All right, now I'm doing a bead of UV resin on top of the core, and I'm making sure I did not miss anywhere. There's no air pockets, there's no air bubbles. A nice solid bead to seal the front on. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and we just cured this little one. We're gonna take our top ornament or our top acrylic piece and place it down on the core. Now you can see through that everything is touching, everything is good, everything is lined up. There is a solid bead of UV resin to seal that in. I know I need some water. I don't have any water in here, only old coffee. How long have I been live? 11, 12, 11. Oh my goodness. We've been live for a long time, guys. All right. So that is cured a little bit. So it's in place. Now I'm gonna place it on my shelf to get a solid cure. So this is what we have. You see that light show glowing? You see that glow in the dark glitter glowing already? So I'm gonna let that completely cure for 300 seconds. And we are going to get our solution ready for the inside. I know, guys, I feel like I need to make up for not being here Wednesday. So a long live is okay. It's all right. All right, let me just organize this space a little bit because this is getting a little crazy. Okay. Put everything away. Okay, it's not so nuts over here now. All right, so I like my mixture to be for my ornaments. I use the Adhesive Apothecary solution. This is the suspended flow that we have on It's Pretty Personal. When I use it for my cups, I only use the solution. I do not mix it. When I do it for my ornaments, I like to add distilled water to it to get a faster movement. So you can see this one I watered down with distilled water for faster movement. When I use it in my cups, you can see this has been sitting all week. When I use it in my cups, I use just straight solution, so I do not have fast movement in my glitter. So that is the difference. If you're using it for your snow globe cups, only use the solution. If you want a faster movement for your ornaments, thank you guys. If you want faster movement for your ornaments, you can see how the ornament is falling and how the cup is kind of standing still. You want to dilute it with distilled water, all right? So I have distilled water in a cup, and I'm going to go in with my solution to get like a half and half mixture. Mix that together. So it will be a thinner consistency than just using only the solution. All right. I know the ornaments are addicting, guys. All right, I'm just taking my 70%, putting it in a little medicine cup, and I'll show you what we do with that once this is fully cured. All right, is there any questions while we have like a minute of curing still? Here, let me put you up. Hi guys. Is there any questions? I'm sure there's tons, but I can try to get to them before this goes off. All right, you want to recap of what we've done? So on today's live, we did the angel ornament with a photo, which you can upload on a custom grid sheet helper. We did the disco ornament, which I'm going to go ahead and attach the bow with some super glue or some Gorilla Glue. So the disco bow kits we have on It's Pretty Personal. The angel ornaments we had 2, but I believe you guys sold us out. We also did the gamer overlay. I know, the new stuff is so fun. We did the gamer overlay, which I absolutely love. And we did a traditional ornament with the DuraClear gloss, the silver glitter that launched today, and we applied UV DTFs on the ornament. The Christmas tree one, they're so fun. So fun, guys. But look how pretty the glitter is from today. Isn't that beautiful? The disco's fun. I gotta take pictures of all this for you guys if you guys missed it. All right. So this is what we got. It looks like we put so much in there, then look, it all falls to the bottom. So we have our dry ingredients on the inside. We applied our glitter. We put our Ellie's charms. Look at those little bows in there. All right. So we have our dry glitter, our charms. Now what we want to do is add our solution to start to fill the ornament. So we have our little tiny opening up at the top. I'm going to start with just adding my 70% rubbing alcohol. Word on the street is if you do that, it will prevent your glitter from clumping. I don't know if that's all that true, but that's what everybody says. So that is just straight alcohol in the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and shake that up. Then I'm gonna go in with my solution. So it is the distilled water mixed with the Adhesive Apothecary suspended solution. I'm not gonna make another one live today, but if you go to the link in my bio, I'll have the replays posted on my other platforms. All right, I'm gonna have to turn it around to top this off. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and top her off. Filling her up. Okay, So there's no leaks. She's completely dry all the way around. Now what I'm going to do is take my UV resin. We're going to put, was that vinyl or grid sheet? This is a custom grid sheet helper that I uploaded, but we do have it in a 12 by 12 vinyl sheet as well. If you go to the little search bar and type in tree cake, there's a 12 by 12 clear vinyl that looks just like that. All right, so we want to drop a bead of UV resin, well, let me fill this up a little bit more, into the hole and then literally stick it as fast as we can underneath our UV light. This is allowing it to cure fast before dripping into the ornament. And I'm gonna do this about 2 or 3 times and allow the UV resin to build on top of each other. To make sure that it's completely sealed. So I dropped it in, put it underneath my light. I'm gonna wait like 20 seconds. Then I'm gonna come back with another drop of UV resin. All right, so we got 1 drop in there. Now we're gonna be able to like basically build off of that drop of UV resin to get a seal on there. Do you love this one, Corinne? She's very cute. This is my favorite. Corinne, I had a tree cake in my office and I don't know who ate it. JT, it did. I want you to do an unboxing, but I want you to have volume, ma'am. You guys, JT's been doing like 10-minute videos, and when she posts them, she doesn't have any volume. You have a feeling you know who? It was either Print Daddy or my son Michael. I could have swore I had one more. All right, now just make sure doing a nice and allow that to cure. I know, I feel the same way, JT. There's some things I just don't have the patience to learn. Like, I don't really want to learn that, though. Maybe I miscounted. I don't know. I should go over to Publix, though. They had a huge Little Debbie tree cake display in the front of our Publix. You can use 70% or 90%. 70% is just what I have on my desk. I honestly don't think it makes much of a difference. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Parts of your videos are muted? I know. I can't win, Kat. I feel the same way. Before I came on, I got hit for something. I don't even know what it is. I'm like, I haven't even been live in a week. How did I get in trouble already? I have chocolate ones at home. I haven't tried them yet. I've never tried a chocolate one. Mary, you're doing great. Hi, Shawnee. How are you, love bug? Oh my God. Are you guys ready? Are we ready for the shake? Look at her. And I like the faster fall in my ornaments because it allows you to see the background pattern pretty fast. Thanks, guys. Is it your new favorite? I love it too. Look at the little bows in there. Now, if you wanted this slower, you would just add more snow globe solution. If you wanted it faster, you just add more distilled water. Thanks, guys. Isn't it cute? I love me some Christmas tree cakes. The chocolate ones are better. I'm gonna have to go to Publix. I still have a charcuterie in the fridge. I love her. You guys, this makes my heart so happy. So this is just the Christmas tree shaker. We literally just restocked them yesterday because you guys cleared us out. And then I uploaded the pattern to a grid sheet helper, but we also have it on the site in a 12 by 12 clear vinyl sheet. So if you go there and if you go to the little search and type in tree cake, you'll see it pop up. I think it's like 119 or 116 or something like that. And then of course we added the little Ellie's bow, and it's the perfect size for this. So there you have it. And this one's gonna glow in the dark a little bit because we put that light show in there. Isn't she cute? All right, guys, we did it. So we did that. We went over what dropped. I showed you guys this, but you guys sold me out already. We didn't make one. I just showed you it. We did the angel ornament, the heart angel ornament, which you can upload photos on the custom grid sheet helper and it will fit the angel ornament blank. Then we did the disco ball. Look how fun that would be on the tree. We're putting this on our tree in the lobby. And then we can go ahead and add the bow so that it comes with the bow. I'm just gonna super glue this bow on. I need to find my super glue, but after I do it, I'll send a picture to you guys. And then I know, Johnny. And then we did the gamer overlay with the medium on blue and the fine cut of your mean one. We did that. And then we did a traditional ornament with the silver that dropped today with the UV DTFs from today's drop. We did a lot today. I gotta take pictures of all this for you guys too. Oh, and we restocked the presents. You guys sold us out of the present blanks. We did restock them today. So they're available. All right, that was a lot. So that's all I have, guys. Any questions before I hop off? If I missed any questions, I am sorry. I'm on 5 different places right now. I'm on TikTok, I'm on IG, I'm on FB page, our FB group, and the tube. All right, so I made up for some lost time since I didn't get to hang out with you guys on Wednesday. So I hope we had fun. I'm gonna go ahead and post pictures. If you guys missed out on the angel ornament or the coffee bear ornament, add it to your wish list. That way when we restock, it's pretty personal. You'll get an email notification and you can grab them before they sell out. So make sure to do that. I love you guys. And I'm happy to be live again. I was gonna come live on Wednesday, but it would have not have been. I was very sleepy. You guys, I need to cut my hair, right? My hair is at like a weird length. I think I need a trim. What do you guys think? You know, when I had kids, my hair was down to my butt. And then I had a kid and I did the mom cut. Somebody else needs to cut it. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing it. Yes, thank you, Balto. Next Friday is the Black Friday box. You guys will be proud of me. We've made like another 100 more. So if you have your eye on the Black Friday box, it is dropping midnight on Black Friday because we are old school. All right, so it is dropping midnight on Black Friday. You are able to add an affiliate code on top of the discount. So get ready. Add it to your wish list, set your alarm, and grab your favorite affiliates code to save even more on the Black Friday box. So you can like discount the heavily discounted Black Friday box. So set your alarm. There's no new launch next Friday because of Black Friday. That's right. So I'm excited. I hope that we made enough. I'm kind of watching wish list to figure out how many we should make. So if you have intentions on grabbing one, please update your wish list because I want to make enough so everybody that has their eye on them can use them. If you're watching on TikTok, the UV resin that I use, I see somebody ask what UV resin I use. If you click that orange shopping cart, this is the UV resin that I use. And this is the 32-ounce bottle. Yeah, guys, we love wish lists because it kind of allows us to prepare for what we need to do on our end. You're getting more than one. Yes, there are the tree snow globes on the link in my bio. If you go to It's Pretty Personal, they are available on there. Yes. All right, guys. I gotta sign off one by one out of all these phones. But I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm happy to be back. Oh yeah, today's flash sale is an acrylic too. I never do that. I never do that. So today's flash sale is the acrylic coaster. Could you sell the Bear Ornament file? No, Jasmine. Unfortunately not. It's exclusive. We don't sell any files. We're not in the digital file selling world. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. All right, I'm signing off one by one. All right, love you.